Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69 and welcome back to the channel. Now, today we have two battles for you, and each one of them it's a win because of the same. Now, normally this is my AFK for the win episodes, but you know what? I've renamed this video "Why Can't This Happen to Me?" Because none of this ever happens to me. And you know what, it'd be nice once in a while for something like this to happen, where you deal massive amount of damage because you're the only one left alive against an AFK player, or when you're not alone against an AFK player, the team give you the kill and they give you a little bit of the damage. We're going to get into that a little bit later. So we do have two replays for you. We have the Jagdpanther 2 and we have an IS-4. Now, both games are actually incredible games, but the outcome is the same because of an AFK player. And the outcome would have been different if that player was not AFK. So we're going to start off with the Jagdpanther 2. It's actually a really good tank. It's underwhelming. It's underwhelming. People don't rate this tank as much as they should, and it's actually a fun tank to play. It's got a lovely gun on it, and it can do a monster amount of damage when played right. The armor isn't the best. The armor isn't the greatest at all on the thing. I mean, you can get troll balances when you're angled, but you can't really rely on these tanks. Now, I am going to be doing a Jagdpanther 2 video compared to the other one. I can't even remember. Ferdinand. There we go. Ferdinand. So I will be doing a comparison between the Jagdpanther 2 and the Ferdinand a little bit later, maybe in the next couple of weeks or so. So first game, I think it's Sane. Already, he's now 3k damage. 3k damage, nice and easy, 3 kills. But the enemy does have 2 base points, so their supremacy points is going up really, really quickly. And there's 2 tanks in the middle there that are very low hit points. There goes the Tankenstein, so he needs to get some kills. Now he's going to start off with the Tiger P. He's aiming. It's got to go through. Of course, he does get the 4th kill, which now just leaves 3 tanks remaining: the Annihilator, the Ferdinand, and there is an IS-6 somewhere. I wonder where he will be. So he's playing from distance at the minute. He's playing from distance. It's a 3 versus 3, but he needs to take this guy out just before he reloads. He does manage to take him out for his 5th kill, leaving now just this Ferdinand and just an IS-6. Wherever he may be, nobody knows where he is. Nobody. So just the Ferdinand. There's the IS-6. Of course, the IS-6 is AFK. He goes for the blind shot. Doesn't quite get it. Actually, he was way off. But I do like what he's doing. I mean, he's ignoring the IS-6 and going for the Ferdinand. Of course, he wants to go for the Ferdinand. He's on 5 kills. He's going to want his 6th kill. And he does exactly that. Now, he knows where the tank is. He did shoot at the tank. Did he do any damage to the tank? We will find out. And you can see he's asking for 7. Now, there's nothing wrong with asking for 7 at all. But I mean, you've got to earn it. But he's on 4.2k damage. He's blocked 1300 damage. In all honesty, I do think he does deserve it a little bit. Now, watching this game back, I looked at the damage, I looked at the kills, and I thought, wow, this is going to be a good battle. Actually, this guy makes it easy. This guy and the enemy team just made it so easy. And this is what I mean, like, why can't this happen with me? When there's an AFK that is last alive against the enemy and you're just rubbing your hands together like damage, with me, 3 or 4 other tanks on my team come towards the AFK and they start shooting. The same with 7 kills. If I've got 6 kills, that guy asked for the 7th and the T28 concept gave it to him. When I ask for a 7th tank, they don't even think twice about answering, and they just take the tank. They steal the kill and they stop me from getting the 7 kills. So that's the Jagdpanther 2. I mean, 7 kills, 6.5k damage. He would have got nowhere near that. He would have got around the 5k mark if that IS-6 wouldn't have been AFK. Now, it was still a good game, but he definitely won that game because there was an AFK player. So next up we have Archinox. Archinox or Archinox. We're going to call him Arch. Now he's driving the IS-4, and as we know, I've always said that the IS-4 is probably the most strongest tier 10 heavy tanks, and I would seriously recommend getting up to the IS-4, grinding it, and you're not going to regret it. People always ask me all the time, as a new player, what line should I grind first? And I definitely think this line is the best to grind, because the IS-4, even though it's not impenetrable and it's not indestructible, it can still be penned. It is still a very difficult pen, but you can do it. Now, when this tank is in a side scraping position like it is now, it becomes an absolute brutal tank. And also when it goes hull down, it's an absolute beauty of a tank. I love playing the tank, and I'm always going to love playing the tank. It is probably one of my favorite heavies at the moment, especially in tier 10, because you can carry, you can make mistakes. When you come up against these 30 to 40% players, you can afford to make the mistakes. And Archon, I mean, at least he admitted it in the email that he sent. He did say that there is an AFK on the enemy team. Not sure exactly what he was doing, if it was a connection error or connection issue, sorry. But again, we are going to get to that tank a bit later. So the Badger on the enemy team is pushing, doesn't quite realise that his bottom plate is showing, and Arch manages to get a bounce. So he's on 1000 block damage, and he's up to 1000 damage. Now, no idea what this T-57 is doing. There's a few tanks there, but yet he pokes out sidewards to try and get some damage in. So there goes one tank. There goes his first kill, 1600 damage. There's an E75. He does get a nice little snapshot into the bottom plate of that E75, and he brings him down to a one-shot. So hopefully he's going to reload before his team, just to try and get the kill. You can see that he is going for the kill, and hopefully he can get it. And I mean, there we go. That's what I mean about bounces. You're always going to get bounces in this tank. No matter how bad you are, no matter how good you are going to get some bounces in this game. Now, if you don't get any bounces in the game, then you're definitely playing the tank wrong. So our guy is now up to 1390 block damage, and he's on 3100 damage. And of course, he is going to want to get a few shots in on that E100. Seems pretty healthy at the moment, considering we are up against four tanks. There's 2 versus 4. It's still a tough job, and the E100 is a tank that you do not want shooting it at you when you are a 1 versus 4. You want to keep your hit points for as long as possible. Now, his teammate is kind of helping, he's not doing too much, but I like the fact that he's now relocating to where the IS run to, just so he can turn and face him, and he hasn't got the other tank looking at him. Now, this T-55A is about to have a very, very bad day, and he does manage to clear him. And there we go, another bounce from that E100. So he's still on 4.3k damage. He's blocked 2k. There's still a lot of work to do. And don't forget, there's 3 tanks left. 2 of them are right in front of him. One of them he doesn't know yet, but that one that he doesn't know is an IS-4, and he is full hit points. So as long as he can clear these guys, I love that he's ignoring the E100 to go for the standard B, because at the moment the standard B is probably the most dangerous out of the 2, because all he has to really do is go face hug the E100. Now again, I absolutely love this play. He could have shot the E100. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to clear the E100. Even his team are saying, look, dude, get E100. No, this guy's been watching my videos clearly, and he is going to try and take out the tanks that are one shots, and that is the standard B. So unfortunately, the standard B can't quite get away. He does get away with getting shot from the E100 as well. 5.2k damage. He's already blocked 2.6k damage, and there's just 2 tanks left, and there is the other tank just sitting there, and he's soon going to find out, actually, you know, that tank is AFK. I've got this. I'm on 5.6k damage. If I can just stay alive, take this E100 out, then I am going to scream with happiness, because he knows what damage he can get up to. He's up to 6k now. Nice shot there into the bottom of the turret, where it can be penned. That is a weak point. Not many people do know that, but you can shoot that little strip and you can do damage. So now just himself against an IS-4 with 2 minutes left on the clock. The IS-4 with its whole 2,650 hit points. That is all going to our boy Arch here. I mean, he's rushing his shots. He does need to calm down a little bit. He is rushing his shots. You've got plenty of time. You are on your own, and just be careful. And all of a sudden, the IS-4 starts moving. The IS-4 starts moving. This is where I'm thinking when I was watching this, oh my god, he's actually going to come back and he's probably going to take the win. But he's definitely got connection issues. He's definitely got connection issues. So it's not so much his fault. It happens. It does happen to every single one of us with the connection. Now, with a minute left on the clock, he's trying the HE. No, can't pen with HE. No point. We're just going to shoot him with AP. And look, I mean, the IS-4 is turning his gun. He must have such bad ping if this is happening. But I mean, one-on-one, easy. And like I said in the description at the start of this, that is why I've named it what I have. Like, why doesn't this happen to me? Because this never happens to me. And for sure, this game, 100%, if this IS-4 was not dead, or was not AFK, then it would have been a different outcome. Just look at his ping. He's just shooting all over the place, while our guy here is completely farming him. And all of a sudden, he's on 6 kills. This is his 7th. He's about to get his Raz. Boom. Gone. Done. 9,200 damage. He wouldn't have even had 7,000 if it wasn't for that AFK. And that's what I mean. I just want something like this to happen to me every so often, so I can get those big damage games. Yeah, it is cheating in a way. It's not your fault that they are AFK. It's their fault. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. 2 games there. Just why doesn't this shit happen to me? I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you soon.